Hey, what is up guys? My name is Tom Spark and today we're just doing a simple quick video about encryption rates. Now if you have a VPN that allows you to customize the encryption rates, that's going to be a very strong feature from your VPN provider. Now when you can change the encryption rates, it's going to allow you to actually improve your speed a bit with the VPN. Now guys, if you're also worried about speeds, maybe you just want that anonymous IP for torrenting, you can actually set up an anonymous proxy within the BitTorrent client to improve your speeds while torrenting. But today we're going to actually just talk about changing your cipher settings, your encryption settings with your VPN app. Now today I'm going to be illustrating Torguard VPN since they are my main VPN driver. They are my top rated VPN. Check the link in the description down below if you want to get a good discount on them or purchase them yourself. But a couple other VPNs also offer some similar features that allow you to change encryption. One being private internet access. They also offer some options to customize encryption. Now not every VPN is going to do this, so it's kind of a cool feature that Torguard offers. So with Torguard VPN, you can actually customize the tunnel type between OpenVPN and OpenConnect. OpenConnect is just going to give you that default strongest encryption rate and kind of default settings. It actually is enabled with Stealth VPN as well, so it's kind of masquerading the traffic as HTTPS traffic, which means it's not going to be blocked as easily as some other VPN protocols. So for Torguard VPN, you could customize the encryption OpenVPN with of course the cipher. Now here we have a couple different options. So this is going to be a good option to use if you want to get some pretty good speeds, but you don't want to have no encryption at all. Of course you could stick with the UDP protocol. TCP might be a little bit more you could check that out if you want. UDP is probably a little bit faster, but TCP might be more reliable depending on firewalls and things like that. Now with ports, you also have a couple different options here as well, but for this I would just leave the auto. Some of these other things like this could be useful if you're having trouble connecting through a firewall, but in terms of cipher, that's what we're really talking about today, is that encryption rate. So AES 128 is a good option to use if you want to have the default security but you want some more speeds, whereas something like 256 CBC or GCM is going to be what you're going to want to pick if you want more powerful security. Now beefy BF CBC is actually not going to be any encryption at all, compared to some of these other options, and same with none. You could connect with no encryption and just get that anonymous IP if that's something that you want, guys. But these ones are probably going to be pretty good options here. In terms of GCM and CBC, these are going to be less secure and these are going to be more secure. So moving on the list down, of course you're going to get more secure, with this being the most secure option. Secondary most secure. This would be third most secure, and of course this would be fourth most secure. This would be a step behind those options, and of course this is going to be the lowest encryption. So you're probably going to see a bit of a speed increase when you customize these encryption settings, guys. And if you have a VPN app like private internet access, it's going to have some similar options here between 128 bit and 256 bit AES encryption. So anyway guys, that's just a short video on encryption rates with your VPN, teaching you a thing or two about how to customize your experience, maybe to increase your speeds. Now 128 AES encryption is pretty damn secure. You're not going to really want to be using anything like Blowfish encryption because that's not as secure as AES 128 or AES 256 encryption, but either of those two options are probably going to be pretty good for your basic needs. Now remember, like I said, if you want, you can use a anonymous proxy like a SOCKS 5 proxy in your QBitTorrent application. I'm going to show you that right now. So if you are wanting to use a proxy on your BitTorrent application, you can actually go to the connection settings, type SOCKS 5 proxy, and then you're going to want to enter in your host. You can usually find this with the helpful documents from your VPN provider. Just look up how to proxy with your provider's name, or just go to your control panel with your provider, and then they should be able to give you some details about how to log into your proxy and any authentication password you need. There you go, guys. That's pretty good for torrenting and a good way to increase your speeds as well. Anyways guys, thanks for checking out this simple video. I'll see you again on the next VPN tutorial. Peace.